St. Martin's Church in Houston was thrown into the global spotlight this week following the passing of Barbara Bush. For members of the congregation, including some Aggies, it's been a week of mourning, remembering, and celebrating. Rusty Surratt and Whitney Miller are both in Houston tonight, and we kick off our team coverage with Rusty at Second Baptist Church. And Rusty, the events this week have had a big impact on the Houston community.
Absolutely, Carla. In fact, it was in the line here for the shuttle buses that we met the Aldridge family. They've got very close ties to Texas A&M, the Bush Library, and the Bush family. Crossing state, county, and city lines to get here, thousands boarded a bus Friday that would take them 3 miles down the road for Barbara Bush's viewing. Among them were members of the very church she attended.
There was no big fanfare when they came to church. It was very low key.
Yeah.
There was Secret Service, but it wasn't a big deal. They just sat in their pew and, no big deal.
Lavelle Aldridge, Texas A&M class of 65, remembers the very first time he saw the Bushes there.
Well, actually, we were walking at church one day, and she was walking next to me, and I looked kind of surprised at who she was, and she just started talking with us, and she's just that kind of person. I usher there a lot, and I see her, and she's just a pleasant lady, loves everybody.
He and his wife, Karen, know the impact that the Bushes have had on the world, Texas, and A&M.
Well, to put the Bush Library there, we were there. Our rector was there when we opened it. And we've gone up a lot and see it. We're members of the Bush Library. And so it's just a great place to go and a great place to know that you have a president that close to you.
And Karen was in a group at church called Saintly Stitchers alongside Mrs. Bush. She's always been impressed with the amount of work, energy, and love they've put into their church and community.
I know of the things. I mean, she taught Sunday school. She did everything. Back in the day when they first Bible school. He used to serve breakfast on Easter.
And here we are on a Friday night, and we still have a line of people that are showing up to board the buses and go down the street for the viewing. The final bus will run at 11:30, and then the viewing will end at around midnight. But again, it's still happening right now over at St. Martin's Episcopal Church, and that is where we find News 3's Whitney Miller to continue our coverage from Houston. Whitney?
Well, thank you so much, Rusty. And that's right. So far, it's